type to celebrate a division title, but you won the title tonight. Does it mean more this year because you were behind by a few games?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's funny. We were kidding in the locker room because, I usually honestly don't say much about it. I don't know if I've ever said, I don't even know if I've ever congratulated the team for winning one. But I did tell them, I said, guys, I know it's not a big deal to us, and it isn't because we're not in this to win divisions. But we were 2 games under 500 at All-Star break. And the fact that you did it and did it this early, I think is very impressive. And it was.
Can you talk about, you guys seem to be doing what you have available.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a neat group. Murph, I've talked about it all year. They just kind of figured it out. I mean, Avery tonight was terrific. You can see down the stretch, execution being the point, but he had to play the point the whole night tonight. And I don't think he could have done that early in the year. It's a great thing what confidence does. Defensively, he can play the point. It's just offensively. But they're so, to me, they understand their roles. Avery has no problem. I'm not going to throw the ball up. I'll just give it to Paul and let him do it. And it's funny how this team doesn't let egos get in the way of playing solid basketball. And that's what makes them so unique and be able to play through no Pietrus, no Ray. They don't even think about it. It's just a good group.
And just with Paul, his ability to adapt whatever role is needed.
Yeah, that's called a good basketball player. Paul, it's funny. My day-to-day was Eddie texting me 3 or 4 times, haven't heard back from Paul, because he, when a guy gets hurt, they have to check in with the trainer. And so up until when we got here, we didn't know if Paul was going or not. But we assumed he was because when he doesn't respond, that means, why you text me, I'm fine. Then he came in and he just played. He played great basketball for us.
Did you want his ability to just make that?
I just wanted him to play. He distributes because when Rondo's not there, and we did it the last time. You remember when Rondo was out, Paul became like the point forward, and I just think he does that, and he has the ability to do that. Very few people can do that.
And he seems to have this switch when he knows when to play the role of Rondo, but then go back to playing ball.
Yeah, he does. You want him to shoot sometimes, and early on he was trying to be a distributor, and I said, distribute it to the basket. That's really important for us tonight. Listen, the fact that we could shoot 54% again, that was again just terrific.
Your bench had a tough time in New York, only 2 points, but scoring, rebounding, seemed blocks.
Our bench without Ray and Pietrus, and what gets lost in our bench points is Kevin scores most of his points with the bench, because we bring them back in, and it's usually Kevin and the entire bench. And for us, we keep our numbers. That's part of bench scoring for us. But, when you look at a stat sheet, it doesn't look like that. Last night, we got our butt kicked, point blank. Tonight, better. But our bench is not going to give you 50 points. Now when Ray and Pietrus come back, yeah, that's possible.
Doc, come back to Paul for a second. Rondo and Garnett have kind of gotten a lot of attention, especially the second half of the year, and Pierce has sort of flown on the radar a little bit.
Yeah, he's the guy that, think about it, he's the guy that won Player of the Month. He just does his job. Paul is not flashy. I don't even know how Paul scores sometimes. I mean, he doesn't look like he's that quick, but he is. He's just, he's got a gift. He's a professional scorer.
One of the ways he scored 2 nights in a row now is getting to the line.
Yeah, that's huge.
How big is that for him?
It's huge for our team. It allows us to set our defense, number one. And it's something that we really haven't done well this year. We've done quite poorly this year, and I just keep looking at our team. We haven't rebounded very well. We're not getting to the free throw line as much. We don't force turnovers. We turn the ball over, and they keep winning. But from All-Star break on, we have rebounded better. We don't turn the ball over as much, and I think those have been the biggest changes.